service is going to be a mess. You're going to get chargebacks, and that's just not what we want. We want to build something of value. We want to give value to people. So you can do electronics. There's tons that work, but just be super safe with it. I'd also recommend stay away from things that are like glass or that are going to break easy, or anything that's like ingested, like supplements or anything along those lines, because you can get into legal issues and someone can say there's some hazardous XYZ or someone choked on it and they can sue you or something weird like that. So if you can just have a product that solves a problem, fits in your hand, and there's like nothing sketchy about it, that's going to be the best place you can be in. And lastly, number 10 is you need a product that isn't seasonal. This is like the most important thing, because if your product is, let's say, only sold in winter, in summer, you're just fucked. Like, you're literally just going to get 50% of the sales that you usually would. And yes, winter will be amazing, Q4, all these good things, but it's like, you don't want inconsistent income like that. You can't build a brand. You can't consistently reinvest revenue and make these good long-term decisions on a brand that's constantly fluctuating in the amount of money that it makes with its profit margins and just with its revenue in general. So you need a product that no matter what time of year it is, it's always going to sell the exact same. That's going to really give you the stability you need to build your skyscraper, especially when you're new to this. Like, maybe you could get into running seasonal products once you really know what you're doing, but I just don't recommend it. So another thing that I want to go over is hiring your product. So I read this in some sort of marketing book. I want to say it was Blue Ocean Strategies, but I don't think it was. I think it was something else. Your product is essentially an employee that your customer hires. This is the best way you can think of your product. So let's say that family that just had their first child, they're the employer and they have a product, or they have a position they're trying to hire for, and your product is interviewing to solve that problem, if that makes sense. I know I didn't explain that the best, but they're looking to hire your product to solve their problem. And if they think another product or another service or something else will solve their problem better, then they're going to go with that. And there's a really good example of how many different things can solve different problems that you never would really think of. And a good example is, let's say someone has the problem of they're trying to cook eggs in the morning, but the eggs are sticking to the pan. They have a ton of different products they could hire to solve their problem. They could get a nonstick pan, they could get butter or cooking oil or spray, or they could eat out, or they could hire a chef, or they could fast and do intermittent fasting and not eat breakfast. So there's a lot of different potential things someone could be looking for as the solution to their problem. And so the best thing you can do is convince them that your product is the right solution by addressing these other solutions and explaining why these ones are bad and why yours is good. So just a little marketing psychology, little side note right there. To give you guys a little bit more context and a little bit of a deeper understanding on everything that I'm talking about, I want to address a couple other stores that I like. Okay guys, so I quickly want to revisit GolfDaddy. These guys are, like I said, just absolutely killing it with their content, with everything they do. I wanted to talk about how they had a winning product, or they have a winning product, and how they're expanding. So this is called niche expansion. I don't know if that's the actual term, that's just what I'm saying. It's really important to get your foothold within a certain industry with your winning product and then expand into other products within that space and get people to be repeat purchasers. So what these guys did really well, and I don't know exactly how well it's working for them, they have the Divot Daddy standard, which was like their drop shipping version. Then they made a custom, really nice one called the Divot Daddy Pro. So that's where they went from drop shipping into like the wholesale inventory, customized product route. Then they said, hey, we need to get repeat purchasers. We need to have people that constantly keep buying things from us. And that's where they went for their Twilight Ball, which I'm honestly assuming they just went to Alibaba, looked up glow-in-the-dark golf ball, found the best manufacturer and said, hey, can you put our brand name on it? This is the packaging we want. So super simple, super easy there. It'll be interesting to see what other products they come out with. I believe that's all they have right now. Hit their shop now button. Oh, they have custom golf maps. Interesting. What is this? Is it of different courses? Oh, so they'll make... That's actually really cool. Interesting. So I don't know if this is print on demand or not. You can quickly go look up print on demand. It's basically just where a company will print any design on a stock product for you and you can drop ship it. So this is cool because you can, if you have your favorite course, like maybe you went to Hawaii and you golfed there and it was such a cool experience, as a gift, someone could get you this blanket that has that exact golf course mapped out on it. So very, very interesting product there. That is not something I would have expected. And there's a framed version. Super, super interesting. I wonder how well this is doing. That'd be a little bit harder to make content around, but that's smart. Like, this is a good golf gift. Like, someone that's like a big golf nerd would love that. So it just shows they're being unique. They're expanding. They have this brand personality, and you can just feel and see the things that they're doing. And it's done at a very high quality level. They're throwing so much money back into this brand and really just making it amazing. It's simple. It's to the point. You know what you're getting, you know it's high quality, and these guys just crush it. So next, I wanted to go over this brand called Warmies. I just found them. They just seem to be crushing it. So they have products that are in like the warm and cozy space, like boots, slippers, neck wraps, eye masks, hot pack, heat pads, and they're all very branded. They have that like fuzzy, cozy, warm feeling, and they have like a bunch of stuffed animals. And it's like, how much does a stuffed animal really cost? But when it's marketed this well and the brand is created this high quality, it's hard to really argue. And I guarantee that they're making millions in sales each month. And it's just a really simple product. Like, there's nothing special about this stuff. It's literally just stuffed animals. But their branding is so good, and they've expanded into a huge niche of warm products. But I bet they just got started with a couple stuffed animals. They probably got started with like these first 4 and just expanded into other ones, and then said, oh, we can do boots and slippers, and okay, we can just have the whole like warm and cozy space as our niche. So this is their form of niche expansion. Nobody starts a brand and invests $200,000-$300,000 in all these variants, getting everything in stock and fast shipping. The best thing you can do is start with drop shipping, test out a couple things, and build it out based on success. So you're not risking anything. So this was another brand I just wanted to talk about quick because I think that they're crushing it. Their brand emotion, the storytelling, and the overall feeling that they give. Like, this is the type of stuffed animal you'd get for your first kid. And they know that. Juniors, Warmies, like, or what is it? My first Warmies, like, these are all like infant, baby stuffed animals. I bet if you just had a kid, you'd be eating this shit up. You're like, I want my kid to have some cute little stuffed animal he remembers forever, and it's some high quality, nice one from Warmies. Like, they're just selling you on something. Like, look at these images. They're really selling you, and they do a really good job. And I bet the product's super high quality as well. So just another quick example for you guys. Okay, so this one is actually really interesting. So I talked about this before, that my mom ended up buying one of these like Fairy Light things, which I think is so stupid. I think products like this are so dumb. Like this, I don't know. Maybe it's just made for older women to purchase as a decor item or something. But I looked deeper into this website, and I actually bet these guys are making some stupid money. So they're doing the whole sunset lamp, whatever. They have all these different ones built out. This is their top product, and this is the Facebook ad I saw. But seeing that they're doing like these high quality, like very expensive incense burners, and just the amount of lighting products they've tested, I don't know. I have a feeling these guys are making stupid money. So I wanted to bring this one up as another example for you guys, because they did expand into kind of a bigger audience, bigger niche, and they're doing it at the high cost level. So I'm assuming these all, LED incense burners, they all light up. So why I think this can work is it's just unique. You're not going to really find it somewhere else. And that's where it has like the wow factor or whatever. But running paid ads for products like this isn't really the best. Paid ads are really good on products like this, and that's why it's their best seller. Product that's more mass market, more easy to sell, more simple, because not everyone wants to spend $160 on an incense burner. But when you find that person that does, they're going to be very excited because this thing looks super cool. So just really interesting brand. I'm really curious how much they're making, and I think it's worth you guys studying them. Yeah, just another one I wanted to bring up. Okay, and the next one I wanted to talk about was Solset. So I'm sure we've all seen the sunset lamp. Everyone knows about it, but I want to talk about why these guys were the top seller. I don't think they were the first person to sell this product, but they were the best person to sell this product because they made the coolest content. Their website is designed solely around this product. I don't think they have anything else. Yeah, nothing else. They never expanded. And they started getting these in wholesale. They started customizing it. And I'm pretty sure when you order it, it comes with their SoulSet logo on it and all that stuff. And these guys did millions. Their website looks super good, super simple, trustworthy, looks very nice. And it's basic. Like you know what's going on. Ooh, let's see products. I'm curious. Interesting. So they did expand into some other stuff. That's a little bit ghetto. I almost wish they didn't and just kept SoulSet as like their only lamp and kind of crushed it. But who knows? Maybe they're doing decent with these other cells, but I do kind of doubt it because I didn't even know that they were doing this. But I can promise you guys, during COVID, these guys made millions, like probably $1 million a month. I really would not be surprised. This store has probably easily done over 10 million in sales. And it's because they really went full in on this product. They made it simple. They got really low prices because they started ordering them in wholesale. And yeah, I mean, 22.8 million views on their hashtag. Like these guys took over TikTok and they did it through cool content and speaking to a niche audience. It was kind of like the girly room decor, Urban Outfitters type girl that they marketed to with like the Pinterest or with like the Polaroid pictures on the wall and all those things. They spoke someone's language. Like if you can see the reviews, like it's all these girls with Urban Outfitters rooms, all these like trendy girls, hipster girls or whatever, and they did really good for themselves. Okay, I quickly wanted to go over BlendJet again because these guys just invest so much into content, into like trying to level up their brand, even though I think the product is pretty stupid, but they did customize it. They did make it way better. Like if you bought one from AliExpress and then you bought theirs, the BlendJet one would be light years better. They're even paying for licensing through Disney, which is crazy. That's got to be stupid expensive. They came out with Jet Packs, which is their own blend of smoothie powders that you can literally put in. So like these guys went all fucking out. Like they have cases, they have all these things, and it's like you're only going to be able to do that if you're making a shit ton of money and if it makes sense. Like these guys aren't dumb. Like they're not going to keep scaling up something that doesn't work and building all these promoting upsell products for it if it doesn't work. So they're crushing it. They're a really good long-term example of where you can go and just how much you can milk out of a customer and out of a product and really kind of set your foundation in your own space. Like they've been all over all these different news publications. They probably just had to pay for it. But you can see they have an infinite amount of colors, 43,000 reviews on their own store. Insane. I wonder how much they have on Amazon, but they have all these upsells. It's such a seamless, easy process. Their content is great. Pop-ups, beautiful. Look at that pop-up. And notice how the pop-up only came up after I've been here for a while. A lot of people have pop-ups come up like instantly. But yeah, these guys just crush it. Like their website is so solid. It's saved up in the left. The product, the packaging is great. Like they went all out. They customized this shit. Like, and you better believe they started drop shipping it. Like they didn't just randomly go, oh, I like this product. Let's sink $500,000 into custom inventory and all this stuff. Like, of course they drop shipped it. Of course they started getting sales and started scaling up and improving. Like that's just what you do. Okay, the next one's interesting. I wanted to talk about this product. There's a website called Apeborn Fitness. I don't know. It looks shit to me, but maybe they're doing good for themselves. I have no clue. This is all drop ship stuff, so I doubt they're doing good. Where is the posture corrector? Okay. So like this is just some ass shit. Like Apeborn, I don't know. Like yes, you're trying to speak to like gym people, we get it. But these pictures are ass. 10 reviews. It's just ass, man. Super ass. Like they're trying, you know, but there's another company that is still selling the posture corrector to this day, but I want to show you what they did and why it is light years better than Apeborn. And it should be pretty instantly obvious. So these guys are called Sierra Body and they customized the posture corrector. They made it fit a specific demographic of women in fitness and they made it pretty. They made it cute and nice. Look how much better it looks. Way more high quality. Like I can promise you if some girl, if you put two options in front of them, said, oh, do you want the Apeborn AliExpress posture corrector or do you want the Sierra Body customized one that's all cute with little pink color with different sizes where it's made to fit a woman and her body build? Like clearly they're going to buy the other one. Clearly this one looks way better. And they built out into other products as well. So it's just like, I don't know. To me, it's very obvious. I hope you guys are beginning to see like the shitters that are doing this and the people that are actually good. So we only have a couple more examples. Okay, next we have Shopicado, which is just some ass drop shipping site, like just complete ass. Oh, we sell anything and everything. But I wanted to go over this cozy plush hoodie because this is like $100 million product, if not close to like $1 billion product. And these guys are just doing it shitty. Like, I mean, I'm sorry. Shopicado, like, that just sounds like the most dollar store ass. And like, look how long this goes. Like, do you really think people are scrolling through this? Let's get real. Oh, you can only now see the reviews at the bottom after you just went on a marathon of scrolling. So it's just ass. But then you have people like Udi that make it customized. They up the quality level. They invest in themselves. They get licensing deals. These guys have licensing deals with like everyone. They've done the most. And that's why these guys have done $1 million day in sales, and they've done hundreds of millions in sales. The owner is Davey Fogarty, but they just crushed it. They did better content. They customized the product. They got it in wholesale inventory and made sure it was quality tested and like actually really nice. That's why they have nice reviews. And this store is brought in hundreds of millions in sales, and I bet it could be evaluated. It may be $1 billion. I wouldn't be too surprised because their average order value has got to be huge, and they're expanding into sleepwear, kids, teens and adults, blankets, even accessories. Like, let's just look at that for a second. I mean, just look at this stuff. They've got it all. So I bet their average order value is huge. I bet they have a ton of repeat customers because their product is genuinely high quality. And it just shows night and day difference between, like, who are you going to buy from? Are you really going to go buy from Shopicado with their 30-day shipping from AliExpress? Like, it's just extremely obvious. So if you can make your brand look like this, you can make your product look like this. They're essentially selling the same thing. It's just way better. So keep that in mind. Okay, and before I leave you off of this video, I want to go over some questions you need to ask yourself when it comes to the product that you're choosing. So keep these in mind when you're doing product research. I'm just going to bulk go through a bunch of questions that you should be asking yourself. The first question is, can I make cool videos with this product? Like, me personally, is it very attainable for me to make a phone video? It doesn't have to be some production quality shit. Just a phone video. Can I make cool stories? Can I convey emotion, create a brand through this product? And can I convey that through content? Can I create this brand that sells a certain emotion? And can I portray that emotion easily through content myself? Because we're going to have to do a lot of this ourselves, right? We're not going to want to hire UGC people and influencers day one. So think, can I make cool videos with this product? Or can my friends or someone I know personally help me make cool videos with this product? Because if the answer is no, then you're probably not going to see too much success. Because if you have an amazing website, amazing product, but your video ads suck, then nobody's going to click to come to your website. Nobody's going to see it. So it doesn't really matter. If your video ads suck, everything you have sucks, because it's the first entry point. Like, if you build the coolest building in the world, but there's no door, how are people going to get in to see the coolest building in the world? So just keep that in mind. Your video ads are really important. It's also good to really think, like, what type of videos would I make, and get like a mental layout of like, okay, I could do this. Next, you need to think, is there a high likelihood that someone that's scrolling on Facebook or scrolling on TikTok, right? They're in their unconscious zombie mode. Does this product have the ability to grab their attention and build a purchase interest enough for them to get off Facebook, enough for them to get off TikTok and go entertain your website? So that's like a problem your video ad solves. It needs to grab attention, right? It needs to get them off the platform. Then your website needs to build interest, right? To get them to purchase. Then they need to add to cart, and you need to have an offer or a guarantee that gets them to the next level, which is purchasing. So each kind of stage in the funnel has its own purpose and goal, and you really just need to make sure that your product and your video ads can get someone out of their little subconscious zombie mode and get them interested in your website, your product, and get them off of their social media. Next question is, you really need to ask, how long-term is this product? Could this product, if I crush the brand, be around for 10 plus years, 20 plus years? And with things like the posture corrector, you'd be like, no, that shit's just a fade, it's ass. But if you customize it, you make it for a specific group of people, it can. So be creative with it, but it's important to ask yourself that question. And the next question is basically just a build on that, is how big can you build an empire on this product? Start thinking that, like, okay, if we crush it, everything goes good, how big could this get? How big is the available market? How big is just the amount of people that would be interested in this product, and how far do you think you could go with it if everything went perfect? And when you're thinking of that, you also need to think in like, okay, like the Golf Daddy, like obviously not everyone in the world wants to see the divot they make with their swing to be able to fix it. So they scale into other products and they get into other golf things. So calculate this question with the niche expansion element added into the equation. Kind of a hard way to explain that, but think of the big picture and just think how big can it all get. Something else you want to ask yourself is, what influencers would I use, right? Like who is like the keystone of like, that's our demographic. Like people who follow that influencer would love our products. So get a big list of all those influencers and really start to think like, okay, who would we really want to like be a spokesperson for our brand or an ambassador or something? And make sure you can understand that, because in the end of the day, if you can't think of like good influencers that could sell your product, then you probably don't have any business in that niche anyway. You probably aren't a part of that niche. And so how do you expect to speak their language and communicate with them when you're not a part of their community, if that makes sense? So if you can't answer that question, you might need to switch to something that you have more personal knowledge about. It's going to give you a competitive edge when it comes to advertising, branding, and all of that. Another thing is try to envision your skyscraper. Just like I was talking about with the long-term stuff, try to envision like the blueprint, the schematics, the math, the measurements, all that good stuff. Try to think, what would this brand look like at its highest potential with the coolest influencers, all that stuff. Envision that before you get started. Before you like do any tangible work, you need to understand that long-term vision and envision that skyscraper to a T. Another way you can think of your skyscraper is an apartment complex. This adds another element to your ability to understand your demographic. So if the skyscraper we're building, our store, is actually an apartment complex, and the reason this is good is because if you're trying to get someone to move into your apartment complex, they have to really like it, right? Because they're going to live there. And it's good to think of our customers as like living within our brand, because we want them repeat purchasing, right? We want them to stay in the brand. So it's a good little fun exercise to think of like, okay, who would be the demographic that would stay at my apartment complex? What would they like? Is it the amenities? Is it the specific demographic? Like maybe you have an apartment that's like only for younger people or only for older people, so people feel like they fit in with their community. Or maybe you have a certain architecture or a certain design element within your place that makes it feel like Tulum, or it makes it feel like Bali or something, so people really like that. Like, why are people coming? Why are they staying? What amenities do they like? What do they like and dislike? What's the location of our apartment complex? How do we get people interested? Just get that idea in your head and let it kind of take root, because that will really help you understand the brand that you're making and help you think of how you can improve it and get people that want to stay there longer. So this video was supposed to be just about products, but we kind of went a little bit everywhere. I hope you understand the 10-point blueprint. I hope you really understand the next level of thinking of where we're going. We're going to get into everything, branding, all that fun stuff. We're going to get into how to find the winning product, which will be the next video of me actually doing live product research with you guys. And I will tell you, like, if a product's really good, I'll say like, this is good. Like, go for it, go try it. Just keep in mind, a lot of people are probably going to do it. So it might a little saturated. People might be running the same ads to very similar websites. So keep it in mind, but I am trying to give you guys anything and everything that you need to succeed. So I hope you learned a lot in this video. For your action steps, make sure you are very familiar with this 10-point blueprint so you can apply it and answer all these questions. Make sure you're also familiar with those questions that I said at the end, so you can ask these questions and cross-reference this blueprint when you're testing a product, when you're researching a product, when you're thinking, is this product good? You can reference the blueprint, reference those questions, and really get a good understanding if this product is worth your time or not. Next, please go into the community group and make a post talking about your journey so far. Relate with the other students, answer some people's questions, but only if you know what you're talking about and you're 100% sure that your answer is correct. The last thing we want to do is answer people's questions and give them misinformation or something that's going to guide them down the wrong path. But ultimately, I hope you enjoyed this one, and I will see you in the next video doing live product research with you guys. Peace. Alrighty boys, welcome into the next video. This is how to find a winning product, and this one is going to be theoretic. So I'm basically going to go over a explanation of what to do, and then in the next video we will be actually doing it with you. So this is kind of like your college level bullshit theoretical class where you just learn the principles of it, and then we'll get into actually doing it in the next one. So in this one, guys, I want to be quick and to the point and give you guys everything you need so when we're actually doing the product research, you can really understand what's going on. And there's basically 5 elements when it comes to doing product research, and the best thing is going to be a mix of all of these 5 elements. Now, there's 3 direct strategies. The first strategy with product research is called the reverse method, and this one is my absolute favorite. This is what I do. Any product that I have found that's done good is through the reverse method. This is especially true for TikTok and Facebook. Like, the reverse method is absolutely flawless. It's the best. It gives you the highest level of certainty with your product's ability to work and scale. And it gives you just a ton of security. It lets you know that the product that you're putting all this effort into is actually worth your time based on other people and their results with it. So the reverse method is my absolute favorite. Next, we have the supply and demand method, where you basically search up trends, you search up different topics or things that are going on and try to match that demand with supply. So that one is good. A lot of people do it. This is more for like your trendy route and seasonal stuff and things along those lines, which you can do. You can crush it. Like, if you know winter's coming up, we have all these different seasons you can take advantage of. You can do some supply and demand research and make a couple $100,000 in a month off a really successful store. You just have to understand it's not going to last. So the supply and demand method can work really good, but it's more situational. It's not as long term because demand always changes. And I don't know, it's not my favorite, but it's strong and it has a place for sure. Next, we have the AAA method, which is Amazon, Alibaba, and AliExpress, and scouring those websites. And then the 2 other elements are like properly knowing how to utilize Google Shopping, as well as checking out affiliates. And I don't really see people talking about that last one too much, but all of these methods are extremely good, and don't worry, we are going to get to them in the next video of me fully executing everything, showing all of the different methods and how to mix and mash them and utilize the strengths of each one to really understand the full scope of what you're doing. How good is this product? Testing it through all of these different methods and really like meshing it with the blueprint, seeing how that pans out, thinking of the long-term vision and really understanding like, okay, this product is killer. It has that big potential for branding. I know what influencers I could do. I can check the research of people that are selling it now, seeing how good it's going. Product research is very open-ended. It's open to interpretation, and in the end of the day, you never really know how good something's going to do off the rip unless you're doing the reverse method, and that's why this method's so good. And to briefly explain it before we dive into it, the reverse method is sitting on these social media platforms and studying the ads that you see. So sitting on Facebook and liking all the ads, so it keeps feeding you more ads, and it keeps feeding you more ads based on the things you like. So you go to the websites, you study them out, you see what works, what doesn't work, you see these different strategies. And within me spending like 20 minutes on Facebook, I got probably 20 websites that I know are doing 6 figures a month or more. So I can extrapolate that information, build out my blueprint, and all I really have to do is outperform them. All I have to do is make a cooler video ad or a cooler picture ad or a better website that's more focused on a niche community. It's more direct, and it's just overall better. It sells more emotion, and that's not really hard to do because a lot of these drop shippers are getting information from shitty gurus, and it's just not panning out. They're not really doing branding. They're not really doing storytelling, and they just suck. Their advertising methods are not that good, and it's pretty easy to outperform people. So that's why I really love the reverse method. So I will sit on TikTok and Facebook a good amount of my day studying ads and literally just seeing, okay, how many likes does this ad have? And since I've been media buying and using ads and purchasing ads on Facebook and TikTok for years and years, I can understand based on how much views or how much likes something has, how much it's getting in sales. And it's a method that I'll show you guys, I'll teach you guys, but the reverse method is the absolute best because you can see, okay, this person is selling this product right now. I can see their ad. They paid for me to see their ad. And usually, if an ad's not working, someone's going to turn it off. So if something has a huge amount of likes or views or comments or shares or whatever it is, you can be sure that they're making money, or else they would have turned it off. And depending on how many likes, if there's 1 million likes, then this ad has been running for a very long time. It's very profitable, and that's not even an assumption. That is just pure fact, because no one is going to be wasting thousands and thousands of dollars to get those 1 million likes on something that's not making them money. So reverse method is absolutely amazing, but you do have to pair it with the supply and demand method, with the AAA method. You have to cross-reference on Google Shopping. You have to go check affiliates. You have to go do all these things to really, really get the full scope of understanding of your product before you make a website, before you dive into it, right? So I will go over how to find these winning ads, best practices, and all that stuff to show you guys how to do it. And I will be doing that in the next video. I'll be showing you guys what to look for. The biggest thing is like studying hooks, making sure you understand like, okay, this video ad is clearly good, has a lot of likes, has a lot of comments, interaction. Now, why is it good? What hooked me in? Is it the image? Is it the first 3 seconds of the video? Understanding hooks is the biggest thing because that is like the door to your skyscraper. So the first 3 seconds is everything when it comes to video ads, and when it comes to like picture ads on Facebook and stuff like that. The image is the door to the business. If the image isn't good, if people don't really care, they're not interested, then that door didn't open for them. It didn't lead them into the coolest skyscraper in the world where they can kind of move in and become a customer, right? So video ads are really, really important, and I will go in depth on showing you how to study them, extrapolating what's good and what's bad. Again, we already covered this in the last one, but it's really important to just have a big picture mindset, to really be thinking out like, what are the influencers? What would like email campaigns look like? What would SMS campaigns look like? How would a YouTube video look for this product, for this brand that I would build? Who's the demographic? All that stuff you really need to be thinking huge, because we want to execute huge, and we'll only go as far as our plans are set out to. Now, I do want to talk about mindset, and I'll talk about it in the next video as well, but I can't tell you guys how important mindset is. I'm sure you've seen this image. It's kind of like the gambler's addiction put into an image, but it's so true within this space. We are essentially like in Minecraft sitting and trying to mine for diamonds forever. And if you know the level that diamonds are, I think it's like you go to Bedrock and go up from like 8 steps to like 16 steps, and that's the range where diamonds are or some shit. But if you know these details, if you know these ways to find diamonds, then truthfully the best thing you could do is to be sitting down there and mining for diamonds, to be sitting on TikTok, to be sitting on Facebook and searching for these diamonds. Because when you find something that's absolutely crushing it, it is worth essentially like an endless amount of money. There's not really a ceiling, because if you found Udi or you found BlendJet and you did those products and you scaled them up to that level, these are companies worth hundreds of millions. So it's really hard to put a amount of money tied to what you can do if you find a winning product, if you turn it into an amazing brand and scale it to the moon. So it's really important to have your mindset really strong, because it is going to be discouraging. You're going to be going through ads and searching for days, and sometimes just finding a bunch of shit and not really feeling any like resonance with the products you're seeing. Like, I can't picture a brand. I don't know if this is like me, because in the end of the day, like, you want to create a brand that is a representation of you and it speaks to you, so you can speak to the customers because you are in alignment with the brand. So that's something that I definitely recommend. And it can be hard. It can be super discouraging looking through products all day, getting stuck in the unconscious wave of TikTok or Facebook and forgetting to do product research and just sitting and looking at hot girls on TikTok or looking at stupid shit and wasting your time. Because in the end of the day, that's what those algorithms are made to do. They're made to make you an unconscious zombie. And hopefully we are going to be getting away from being unconscious zombies and utilizing this platform to really live the life we want to live, right? So it's important to be extremely disciplined and resilient with your mindset, not letting fear or doubt creep in. Really hold yourself strong and keep mining, keep going until you find that thing. And when you find products that you think are strong, you can definitely send them to me for review or to the student success manager. You will have to do that at your own regard. I am not in the business of stealing products. I have plenty of things to work on myself, and the last thing I want to do is inhibit a student's success. So you have absolutely no worries with that. But let's say we're on a live Q&A and you share your product. I obviously can't hold the other students to ensure that they won't steal your product. I hope we can create an environment here where everyone is very open and friendly and respectful of each other, where we don't do that. But if you're open to it, you can send in support tickets. You can reach out in whatever way you can find to get a product to me, and I will try to do a review for you guys to give you thoughts on it. And I think that's probably like one of the best things we could do in the live Q&As is go over your guys' product, talk about why it's good, why it isn't. Yeah, we definitely just need a very high level of respect if we're doing that. And to touch in the potential of finding a winning product, which I kind of already did, but like, I just want you guys to know it takes one video ad or one picture ad or stumbling across one advertisement that's really doing good to completely change your life. I'm not even kidding. Seeing one video ad could potentially retire your parents. Like, it's literally that possible. It's that real. Because we can't put a ceiling on how far this could potentially go if we properly execute a brand. And we have to be the type of person who can execute on that, right? Like, some idiot could stumble across the biggest opportunity in the world, but if he's not leveled up enough, he's not going to go anywhere with that opportunity. So the biggest thing we can do is level up our character in the game, level up our frequency, feel worthy of these products, feel worthy of finding a winning ad, and it will come to you. That's just how the universe works. If you read the book The Kabbalion, if you go rewatch the first module, that is quite literally how this universe works. It's laws of nature that you can't refute. So keep a very high level frequency, feel worthy, feel excited, go sit in front of your vision board, go sit and meditate, do your daily journal affirmations right before you jump into your product research, because being at a high frequency is quite literally going to be giving you gravity and having winning products flow to you. I'm not even kidding. This is how the universe functions. So that's one of the biggest hacks I can give you, because if you're in a high frequency, your eyes, your mind are working at a higher level to see the possibilities. God or the universe might send an opportunity your way, but if you're not a high frequency, if you're a low level character, you can't see it. You don't understand it. So I definitely want to leave you guys with that. When you're doing this product research, keep a high level frequency. Lastly, the big one, the ugly one, legal research. We have to make sure that this product that we want to jump into, with products, we need to understand that it's not patented. That's the biggest thing. If someone has like a design patent or a use of function patent or something along those lines with the product, then we can't use it. So I will go into all the legal issues, how to do like legal research to the best extent I can share with you. I'm not a legal tax advisor or financial advisor or any of these things. So I'm just sharing what I do personally. There is always a level of risk with anything you do in life. So I can't be held responsible for any risk, but I do want to teach you guys the best I can to my knowledge of how to make sure a product is safe. And we'll basically be utilizing Google Shopping and I think it's USPTO to check trademarks, copyrights, all that stuff. But a really big thing is making sure that the product you're jumping into isn't patented, because there was a product I wanted to test and I looked up and there was a design patent on it. So if I would have sold that, I would have spent all this money and time creating a infrastructure, creating a skyscraper, setting my foundation, doing all these works just to get a cease and desist letter and potentially even a lawsuit. So it's just horrible. We really need to make sure we're doing our legal research, and I will show that in future videos for sure. But yeah, the main thing is making sure your product isn't patented, and then making sure the brands that are selling it aren't trademarking any elements. When it comes to like you naming your brand or you naming the product, we need to make sure there's no copyrights, trademarks, anything like that on the product as well, or on the brand that's selling it. All right, guys, this is Jordan from the future, and I just found something that I wanted to include in the course of how to find winning products. This is a very good solution that basically helps you vet if the store that you're looking into, the product you're looking into, is actually worth your time. It's worth the opportunity to go from this 0 to 7-figure framework. Is it worth building this skyscraper out of, really investing your time, and does it have that long-term potential? And this website is called ShopHunter.io. So here it is. I believe you can get signed up for free. I haven't really used it. I just came across it, but it's really good to understand the brands that are running, how much sales are they getting each month, each week, and you can really understand all of their data, what products are selling the best. And this is an absolute no-brainer, amazing tool that we absolutely have to use in our process of trying to figure out what product, what brand we are looking to build. So let's go through the process real quick. We can just hit sign up here. Okay, so super easy sign-in process. Basically, all you have to do is put in the info and then they send you a confirmation email. Super easy. So, and let's quickly go over all of the assets we get from this. So you can go to the Explorer, and I guess it's just showing recently added products. Then we have top performers, where we can see top stores and view these different brands and kind of see like what's going on. You can hit track store and it's going to show you they're making 1.6 million a month total orders, and it's going to talk about their products, all of that stuff. So female niche. And it looks like they're doing that street style men approach. They are doing the mass market style with fashion products, and it's doing extremely well for them. So we can see their top performing products. Looks like this notebook is their big one. Has a Jeep literally on it. That's a copyright issue waiting to happen. But they're selling it for an expensive luxury price, and I can guarantee that this is drop shipped. So it looks like they're doing like 15K a day on this product in the Heights. Yeah. Unbelievable. So this is a huge tool to give us data. But I will say this, with any tool that you see, like these little spy tools, be extremely careful because every drop shipper is looking at these, and you really need to stay away from taking all of your information and taking all of your decisions that you make based off spy tools, because that's what every other drop shipper is doing. They're all using tools like this, so they are all making the exact same decisions off the exact same data. So you need to make sure that you're finding opportunities that aren't on here. This tool is best used, in my opinion, as a confirmation tool. So if you found a product that you think's really good and you want to test it, go look up the people that are selling it good and see their actual numbers and use that. Don't go here and find the top performing store and do a mere copy of it, because that's what everyone else is going to do. Like once you see top stores, top products on here, it's a good sign that everyone else is jumping to this and they're going to be doing it as well, which leads to a huge amount of saturation, competition, and it overall just makes things really hard. What's interesting with that store is it's a Brazil only store. So they're only targeting Brazil, doing $1 million a month. It's unbelievable. So there's really big stores in here. Yeah, one's doing 10 million. Is that a month? So I think how it works is every time you click track a store, that marks it down and you only get like 10 or 20 or something that you can track. Yeah, 12 million. I think that's in a month. What's this time from? Oh, it's in a couple months, in 3 months. That's still wild. So these guys might be doing custom. Oh, they're doing really high ticket furniture. Yeah, I don't think this is directly on AliExpress. This is what's called high ticket drop shipping, and you need to be able to resell things like this. And I'm not sure if this is exactly what they're doing, but you can get resale deals with huge retailers, and you can drop ship like bed frames, barbecues, hot tubs, saunas, like these huge things, and get percentage deals on them. And high ticket drop shipping is definitely a very lucrative opportunity. So I'm assuming that's what they're doing. I don't think. Maybe they are Kova. Maybe that's like their real, not Albany Park. So they're just selling a Kova product. So yeah, they're just a high ticket retailer. Let's look up Albany Park. So in the end of the day, like this stuff's interesting, but I don't think it's best to come in here and copy exactly what the top stores are doing, because I think a lot of people are going to do it. But yeah, these guys are doing very high quality, high ticket drop shipping. Their Albany Park is not paying for some huge warehouse where they keep all of these huge couches and stuff. So let's at least see the stuff they sell. Yeah, just seating, just couches and chairs. They do like beds and other stuff. Yeah, just chairs and seats. But you can see that this is extremely high quality. So they have a relationship with all of these brands, and yeah, they're just retailing these essentially through the drop shipping business model, and they're making a ton of money. But be careful looking at top products you need to pay for. I will try to get an affiliate deal and link for you guys if you want to come in and pay for this. Pricing, I believe, was like $50 a month at the lowest. Definitely come in here and get data. Data is the best thing we can ever have, but you have to understand the caveat of everyone else is going to be in here doing this. So beware of that at least. But when it comes to My Shop Hunter, you can go into tracked shops, and these ones are going to be in here, the ones that I clicked. You can hit add a shop, and you just need to find the Shopify URL of the person you're interested in seeing their data. All right, guys, so I'm gonna look up Revomatic because I don't think I've mentioned it. I don't know if I have, but I am from the future. So this is the product I started drop shipping, and we did like 10,000 in sales on it. And people I was mimicking were Revomatic, these guys. So I wanna copy and track their data, right? I wanna see what they're doing. So what we do is go to their website, we hit view page source, and then we wanna hit Control F. We get a window like this, and we want to hit My Shopify. And what this is going to do is show their My Shopify URL. It looks like their Shopify URL is behind the price tag .myshopify.com. So if you put that in, you can see their total sales. They have a very high AOV, but yeah, they're not getting too many sales and it looks like they're on the decline. Like I've already outperformed them, to be completely honest. And I just ran some really basic TikTok ads, basic Facebook ads. Took me a millisecond of work, but it looks like they're getting decent orders every hour. Yeah, so maybe this data isn't correct. What's it saying? Is it saying 5K a day on average? Okay, yeah, so it's averaging 5K a day, I see. So these are the touch points for each day. I thought it was saying for 3 months it was 5K. That would have been very low. But yeah, so they're doing decent numbers. Looks like they're having 7K days sometimes. They're primarily on Facebook. So I can understand that if I crush it on Facebook ads, I can very easily mimic this, and these guys aren't even on TikTok. So pretty easy work. I know they're using Google AdWords as well. CJ Dropshipping, that's really funny. They're not even using a 3PL. That's embarrassing. Klaviyo, Tidio Chat, Judge Me. These are the apps they use. So cool information there. But definitely ShopHunter.io is huge, guys. This is something that you cannot get away with not using. You need this data, you need this information, and if you want to pay for it, that's up to you. But if you do, please use the affiliate link below, because ultimately this is a free course. That's the only way I'm getting monetary compensation for all the work that I've put in here. But in the end of the day, it is your guys' decision to do that or not, and my decision is just to provide value to you guys here. So it's just something that helps out. So yeah, make sure you're utilizing this. This is absolutely huge opportunity. This is just me from the future coming in for a quick message, and I will let you guys get back to the rest of the video. So with that being said, your action steps for this video are to basically just level up your frequency. Sit in front of your vision board, set in front of your daily affirmations journal, get your mind right, get in that meditative state, hit your 4 shots of espresso, whatever you got to do to get in the right mindset before we jump into product research. And I will see you in the next video. Peace and love. All right, boys, welcome into the next video. Today we are doing the live product research. So I apologize beforehand. This video is going to be long, but this video is going to have extreme value in here. I'm going to be doing basically a product research session. I do these all the time. I do them on TikTok. I do them on Facebook, and I'm going to show you guys my entire process of cross-referencing. I'll go over the 3 different strategies, going over how I study affiliates, how I check out things on Amazon, AliExpress, Alibaba, all that stuff, Google Shopping, and this video is going to have a ton of value. If you're struggling with product research, make sure you rewatch this video. I'll probably upload another one later down the line if you guys want another product research session. So yeah, I want to make sure you guys get a full example of these product research methods, and it's best to just do it. It's not that good to just kind of give you the theoreticals of, oh, you look for this, and when you see this, you do this. So it's going to be way better to show you guys. I want to just quickly jump into it because this one's going to be really long. We are going to start with the reverse method where we sit on Facebook, we sit on TikTok, and we study ads. So let's jump right into it. I don't want to waste any more time. All right, guys, so we're jumping straight into it. We're on TikTok, and I just got this video. It's by Crizio. It's the crystal little light thing. This thing's been everywhere. I think it's kind of a good example of like a bad product. Yes, it's cool. Yes, it could get sales. Like I guarantee you could do 6 figures a month if you crushed content and you really just went hard on this. You knew what you were doing. You had a good website and you had a team behind you. Like let's say you've already ran 7-figure stores. You could probably run this up to 6 figures in a month, but that's kind of like your ceiling. Like you're not gonna be able to turn this into a brand. You're not gonna be able to go far with it. So this was just the first ad I came across. But what I wanna show you guys is when you see advertisements like this on TikTok, this is a drop shipping product. So we want to show TikTok that we like this. We want to see more of these videos. So what we're going to do is like it, hit share. When we do that, it shows TikTok that we really like this. We're going to put a little comment. This is awesome. Stupid as hell. We're going to hit order now. And I'll kind of go through websites too to give you guys information. This video is gonna be long, so just get a drink, get some food, get cozy, because we're gonna be sitting here for a while. So the website looks decent, I won't lie. Yeah, website's definitely chilling. Nothing bad I can say about the website. Good reviews, simple, to the point. Logo could maybe be better, name could maybe be better. And they only have the crystal lamp, so that's pretty good. It conveys trust a little bit more than like if they were selling a bunch of random products. Maybe they could sell a bunch of crystal based products or light based products and it wouldn't seem too like far out. But yeah, let's do a quick add to cart, show TikTok that we like this. And yeah, we'll just exit out from there. It's best to like literally share your info, hit initiate checkout, do all of that, put in all your info and then don't pay. That's gonna really show TikTok you like it, but I'm not gonna be plugging in all my info. So what I'm gonna be doing is keep scrolling until I see the sponsored bar at the bottom left. So that's the name of the game. For TikTok, I literally just rinse and repeat, sit and do that all day. So let's keep going. We're gonna find a bunch of them today. So obviously Hulu, that's not something we wanna see. We only wanna stop on drop shipping ads. Supplier, that's, I don't know what that is. What's this one? New favorite food, some dog food. Yeah, we're just going to keep going until we see sponsored ads. And if you're not in the US, you need to put a USA VPN on as you're doing this, because all of the best advertisements are going to be US placed. Like if you're in France, you are not going to be seeing a ton of drop shipping ads. You're not even going to be seeing a bunch of good ads. So make sure you put your USA VPN on. And I usually have a separate account just for advertising research, but I'm on my main right now. And eventually you will get your account that you're using for product research super optimized, and you'll start getting these ads like clockwork, like only drop shipping ads. You're going to see all the good products, and it's really valuable once you get on that algorithm, because there's an algorithm for paid ads just like there's an algorithm for organic ads. So it's really good to show TikTok what you want to see, and that property is also the exact same for Facebook. So let's keep going. That was some like local Utah chiropractor. Let's see what this 8-figure e-commerce is. Some funding for e-commerce stores. And you'll realize it takes a bit. Okay, this is a good one. This is a drop shipping product. This is a like mag case. It sticks to things so people can like film themselves in the gym right there. Perfect example. So I've seen this product and it's a decent product. You want to comment on it? So cool. I'm gonna hit that little copy link button. That's gonna show that we like shared it. Go to shop now. So Magback, it looks like these guys have, this actually could not be drop shipping. They could have gone the next level and actually branded these, but I guarantee you can find almost the exact same products. Yeah, so it looks like they have taken the step into full blown branding their products, ordering the wholesale, getting their logo on it. So that goes to show you that this is working, right? It shows you that they're willing to make that investment to the next level. So that shows that these guys know what they're doing. They're getting a ton of sales, and studying them is good. Studying them is going to show you a lot, because they wouldn't be doing all this unless they were making money. They're not just they're not getting like investors to invest in their company and then they're just pissing away all the money and losing it all. Like these guys most likely started with a drop shipping product. They got one to work and they scaled it out. So studying them could be really good. I don't know anything about Magback. Maybe they're like some big, huge, reputable company, or maybe they got started drop shipping. I'm not exactly sure. But I mean, that wallet, that case, that might be that looks kind of custom designed. That actually is a really good product. So study them. Products like this do really well. Like phone accessories, stuff like this is super clean. So I highly suggest studying them. Let's do a quick add to cart though. Grab the wallet. Do an add to cart. Show that we like ads and products like this, and we will keep going. Coconut Clean. Probably some local carpet cleaning company. Okay, here we go. This is Ass. So they're trying to go off the Juice LEDs. Juice LEDs is a company that probably made millions during COVID. You can go study them. They had a decent thing going. I'm not sure if they still do, but they were the one that crushed the Galaxy projector, like this thing, around the same time that Solset was crushing it with the sunset lamp. So we definitely want to interact, even though this is Ass. That's made on Canva. That logo is really bad. Website's all right, I guess. Yeah, I can't complain too much. The website's decent. The colors and shit is just really bad, and it feels like childlike. Like it feels like preschool vibe. I don't know, like Personally, if I was to buy a product, I don't want like a preschool vibe from the store. I want like a professional vibe of like high quality. Like, I don't know, this ad sucks too. I can't hear the audio because I don't want to be like blasting audio, but yeah, definitely not my favorite. Let's also give it a little share. I think these guys have comments off. Yep. I recommend having comments on ads, honestly. This is another one. I've actually been seeing this one a lot, so since I've seen it so much from so many different brands, I would assume it's doing decent. So take that information however you want. Website's bad. That banner looks god awful with that color. Yeah, not looking too hot. Yeah, that's ass store. So yeah, this product's decent. The website's really bad. The advertisements, I mean, I guess that grabs attention. It could be pretty good. So another thing to know is this is a Spark Post ad. You can see by the hashtags in it, it's a post, and when you click it, it goes to their account, which proves it's a Spark Post ad, which I'll go into explaining later. But it basically means that they're posting the video on their account, and then they're connecting their account to their advertising account on TikTok's like paid advertising platform. And then they're using this post as the ad. So they're not making the advertisement within the ads manager. They're grabbing an existing post. So we can see these guys have gotten decent views. So what this means, every video with decent views, they're paying for all these views. These are not organic views. And the 1.3 million one, this was probably a way better advertisement. I bet he probably got like 6,000-7,000 in revenue off that ad. That's usually around, like, you usually get around $5,000 per million views, maybe sometimes up to 10, if that makes sense. I know this is really confusing because you guys don't really know Spark ads, or maybe some of you do, but for a Spark ad to have 1.3 million views, I'm assuming they got around 10,000 in revenue, 5 to 10,000 in revenue. So you can kind of judge and see like, okay, this guy's doing decent with his ads. Some of them completely suck, like these 100 view ones, 200 view ones. But you can see the 200,000 views, 400,000, 1.3 million, 500,000. And if you wanted to do this product, maybe you could grab the best hook, the 1.3 million hook, and mash up the other videos. And then you could test this product really quick, make a store, try it out, and see if it gets results. And then if it does get results, you can order the product from Amazon to your house and start making your own videos and scaling the product. So hopefully that gives you a little bit of understanding of like the easiest way to get going is to see someone succeeding, grab their tools, use their blueprint, right? So we're trying to build a skyscraper, and we just found someone that has blueprints. Another architect has just showed us his blueprints for his skyscraper, and we can assess how quality his skyscraper is. How many, if it's an apartment complex, like how many people are living in it. So this guy's getting decent customers, but this is not something I'd be like, whoa, this is really good, go try it, guys. Like, I wouldn't really recommend this, but I know he's at least getting sales. This guy's definitely made at least 50K in revenue. I'd say based off his views, maybe 30, maybe 20 to 30 at the low end, but 50 plus at the high end. He's also trying these. They're things that you chew on, and it helps like get rid of your double chin and like give you a more chiseled jaw. Definitely decent product. Not weird to sell those together. They're kind of in the same market. So yeah, I hope that makes sense. I hope you guys got some decent value out of that. Let's keep looking.
If you're an entrepreneur
Hey,
struggling
Flo.
to generate
Let's put
leads,
some.
You're looking to grow.
This guy's funny, bro. If you guys see these ads, oh my god, FMO Media. This guy is literally Better Call Saul in real life, dude. So funny.
Let's bring back this
All right,
projector
the old projector. This is from COVID. 2020. This was a decent product. So he grabbed. I've already seen these ads. He grabbed clips from other people and just put his logo on it. Wow. So we'll interact with it. We'll show TikTok that we like this stuff. Let's go review their store. 999 Utopia. Or if it's like a Juice WRLD reference or something. Yeah, website, like, these colors don't convey trust, guys. Like, don't, you might think like,